Hey guys, I received a whole bunch of questions from people asking me why I like to use a high belt setting when I deadlift, and today I'm going to answer that question for you. But before I start, I want you to know that I coach a lot of high-level lifters that use a different belt setting to my high belt position that I like to use and are very successful with the different position. But I also coach a large amount of athletes that love this belt position that I like to use, not only because it's comfortable, but also because it protects their spine and they are simply able to lift a bigger weight with this high belt position as well. And I know there's going to be people out there that love this position too. So before I teach you about the belt position that I have, I want you to know exactly why we use a belt. And that is to increase the rigidity of our torso, which is extremely important for exercises that we load our spine, such as the deadlift. The part of the spine that we are loading starts at our shoulder height, which is our thoracic spine, and goes down to our lower back, which is our lumbar spine. And a lot of people think that we use a belt to protect our lumbar spine or our lower back, which is true, but that's not the only part of the spine that can lose the neutral position under load. So I like to consider the midpoint between our upper back and our lower back. And that is exactly where I like to place the belt in this high belt position, is right in the center of our spine that we are loading. But that's not the only reason why I like to use higher belt setting when I deadlift. I find that when I use the lower belt setting, when I bend over to grab the bar, sometimes it can dig into my ribs or my pelvis or pinch the skin or the fat around my abdomen. But when I have it in the higher belt setting, I find that I'm able to bend over and grab the bar and it doesn't interfere with me being able to achieve that bottom position. My recommendation, if you give this higher belt setting a try, is that this part of our torso has a larger circumference than around your abdomen. So if you're using that same belt, make sure you use a slightly looser setting and make sure it sits very comfortably over the top of the ribs so it's not digging into anything. And to utilize the belt properly, you need to take a big breath and push your entire body into the belt so it becomes nice and tight. Big breath, hold the breath. And that is how I use a high belt for a deadlift.